Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell down below so that you'll never miss another upload. In today's video, I did want to talk a little bit about how I grow my hair as well as how I retain all of the length that I've grown throughout the months, all of the years. Yes, I've been able to retain that length. And I am going to give you a few tips on how you can do that too. So be sure to keep watching this video. So first of all, my hair, the last time I measured my hair, it was about 25.5 inches, which I believe 26 inches is tailbone length. So I just basically said my hair's tailbone length. So that's pretty much what it is. It's tailbone length. So this is pretty much the longest I think my hair has gotten in my adult life. So I am super excited about that. But as far as hair growth, there are things that I always like to do to make sure that I am promoting hair growth. So what I like to do is make sure that I'm getting protein in every single meal. Protein is so important. So protein is going to break down into amino acids to build keratin in your body that makes up your hair, nails, and skin. So protein is so important. I eat things like eggs, a lot of eggs, salmon. So I like to make sure that I'm getting an adequate amount of protein into my diet so that my hair retains its structure, it remains strong. It helps me to lessen the split ends and also promote that hair growth, which is so important. Also, I do use supplements. I find supplements do help just in case you're not absorbing all the nutrients into your food. Then I feel like supplements are helpful, and I did do a whole video on the actual supplements that I take. So I will be sure to leave that up above in the cards and also down below in the description box in case you want to check that video out. So in that video, I do go over all of the supplements and multivitamins that I use just to promote hair growth, retain my hair, body, skin, all of those things. So the next thing that has helped me to actually promote hair growth are scalp massages. So I like to do scalp massages. Usually it's going to be the day before my wash day because I don't want to have greasy hair throughout the week. If you're going in and oiling your scalp and you're doing silk presses, that's not going to work. So I like to do it on extremely dirty hair the day before I wash my hair. Now I did do a oil blend video. It's a fenugreek oil that I've been using over the years. It was a few years ago when I made that video, so I'll link that also below in the description. But I like to put it in this little dropper because it just makes it so much more easier to apply to your scalp. But this is the oil. Absolutely love this oil. Good quality ingredients in here, organic oils that I bought and spent a lot of money on to make this. I've made it for other people as well. They love this. I do like to oil my scalp and use this in my scalp. I like to do scalp massages to stimulate that blood flow and get those follicles, woken up. I find that it definitely helps. And also in the summer months when I'm doing my protective styles, I can just go in and oil my scalp like every 3 days or so because I'm wearing a protective style and I don't care if my hair gets greasy. So I would highly recommend maybe adding an oil and a scalp massage maybe, before your wash day, just to promote the hair growth. So you've grown your hair, you got it to the point that you want, right? You want to retain the length that you grew. And I find one of the important things that you need to do is to trim your hair. So in order to retain your length, you need to trim your hair when it needs to be trimmed, not if your stylist says you need to come to me every 2 months and trim your hair. No. Does your hair need to be trimmed those every 2 months? If it doesn't, don't get it trimmed because your hair is not going to look like it's making any progress. It's going to look like it's just staying the same length. So a few ways that you can notice if your hair needs to be trimmed would be split ends, single strand knots, anything like that. If your hair is looking see-through, what I like to do, I like to have a mirror in back of me, the mirror in front of me, and just have my hair combed down And as you're looking at your hair with that mirror in front of you and the mirrors in the back, you can see if your hair is uneven or not, or if there's you know, gaps and thin spots and things like that. Maybe wear like a light colored top so that you can see your ends well. That's what I like to do. And for me, I've only been getting my hair trimmed twice per year. So my next tip would have to be a regimen. A good regimen is going to really help you to retain your length. It's going to help things like breakage and dryness and things like that. So I like to tell everybody to have a regimen that consists of both protein and moisture. You need both protein and moisture to have healthy hair, and I have a whole video on all of the products and things that I use, and I also have a video on protein treatments and how to know if you need a protein treatment, and I give examples of what type of protein treatments to choose and all that good stuff, because I find that a lot of people don't know that they need protein or this or that, and then their hair becomes weak and it starts to break. So just having that good structured regimen with products that really cater to your hair with the moisture and proteins are really going to help you to have healthy hair. So one of the things that I do to retain length is to incorporate protective styling. Like, a lot of you ask me if I wear my hair down every day, and the answer is no, I don't wear my hair down every day. And a few of you have commented and said, well, if you wear your hair down every day, how do you wear it down every day and it's rubbing against your clothes and it's causing that friction? That's the reason why I don't wear it down every day, to be honest. I don't think I've ever really talked about that on my channel, but thank you to all of those that mentioned that, because certain clothing will cause breakage, dryness, and of course that friction where your hair is rubbing on your clothes and it's sticking to, if you have like a knit sweater or some harsh material that you're wearing and your hair's down, your hair will get caught in the sweater. It will rub against the sweater and it will just snag and just rip out. Like, I've felt that plenty of times when I've worn sweaters with my hair down. That's why I don't do it anymore. Any rough clothing, shirts, sweaters, whatever it may be, I do not wear my hair down if I have those type of clothes on, because it just causes so much damage to the hair, and it will cause it to dry out too, especially with a knitted sweater. So if I wear garments like that, clothes like that, I will have my hair up where it's not on my clothes, or I will either protective style with maybe like a low bun, a top knot bun, or either even a glueless wig. Those are like my go-to protective styles. And even just kind of putting my hair up and twisting it up and putting a claw clip so that my hair is not like rubbing against my clothes. And then I will also mention that I don't wear my hair down in certain types of weather. If there's a snowstorm, if it's snowing real bad, any type of wet weather, hail, rain, anything like that, I don't wear my hair down. And also when it's really windy, like today, it's super windy. I don't know if you guys can hear that on camera, but it's super windy. I am going to go out and run errands, but my hair is not going to be down. It's going to be up in a bun or something, because it's too windy and I don't want my hair blown around, and that's going to cause it to kind of get a little bit of dryness, as well as it's going to cause it to maybe even tangle at the ends. So when it's real windy, I don't wear my hair down either. Okay, so my next tip is keeping your hair wrapped at night. Keeping your hair wrapped at night is going to help you retain moisture in your hair. It's going to keep it from getting frizzy, from drying out, all that good stuff. So I always recommend to either have your hair wrapped up in a satin bonnet, or either a satin scarf, or just even a satin pillowcase if you don't want to put a bonnet on your head. But I personally would recommend the bonnet. But yeah, for people who don't like bonnets, a satin pillowcase would work great as well. So my last tip that I wanted to mention, I mentioned this quite a few times here on my channel, but just in case you're new, I would just like to say that I do keep my heat that I use, the temperature setting on my flat irons, down. I don't jack my flat iron up to 450 degrees. I'm not always using a titanium flat iron. I choose ceramic over titanium. I only do titanium twice per year. But yeah, I try to, you know, make sure that I am using my heat sealing tools in a safe manner where it's not going to cause heat damage and all that bad stuff that we don't want. So that is what I do. And also I do wash my hair every 3 to 4 weeks. So I do try to kind of extend my wash days a little bit just so that I'm not using heat on my hair twice per month. So those are just some of the few things, and there's so many more. Like, I can keep going on and on about other things that I do, but these are just some of the few tips that I wanted to talk about on how I grow and retain my length. So if anybody has any questions, be sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.